Hello, my scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. Now, for this layout, I was very much inspired by the fabulous Audrey Yeager, so I do want to thank her right up front for sharing all of her layouts and just helping to inspire others as they create. This is an oldie of Audrey Yeager's that I was inspired by, but what drew me to the style of layout was I really wanted all of the pattern paper onto this page. I really loved the spotty side, but I also loved that bright green, and I just wanted to figure out a way to have touches of both of them. And so what Audrey had done in her layout was that folding down of the corner. And that just worked really, really well for this layout. And it meant I could have those beautiful spots that worked in really well with my peacock photos, but also that really bright green, which is just a smashing colour that I really wanted to keep part of this layout. Now, when I first opened this kit and saw the beautiful Sweet Rush collection from Vicky Boutin and saw all that peacock ephemera, I just knew I had to scrap these particular photos. These photos aren't even anything that exciting. My boys and I were just playing and we found this. It's kind of like a retreat kind of meditation type garden that had this big giant sort of statue peacock in it. And we decided to jump on it and have a little ride, pretend ride, obviously, it's not a toy. And as soon as I saw this collection of peacocky stuff, I was like, oh, that is perfect to document these photos. Obviously not a real peacock like what the ephemera depicts, but the similarity was far too much to pass up. So I firstly cut the 3x4 card with the beautiful peacock feather and have used that as a feature, kind of like having 4 photos on a page. And then I'm also going to pop on the little peacock sticker that came on the sticker sheet because honestly, when else would I need it? And then stuck with the title sitting pretty because I just felt that was a bit punny and it really fit in with the whole layout and everything that was going on. Now, I do find this ephemera pack a little bit challenging to use because I feel that there's a lot of sort of journaling pieces and layering pieces, which isn't hugely my style. So I'm trying really hard to get a few of those little pieces in behind a cluster to sort of be the base of that cluster. So you can see I did manage to sort of layer up 3 pieces there for the peacock to sit on top of. But otherwise, I do find this ephemera a little bit tricky to use. If you're someone that loves those journaling cards to actually do your journaling on, then that works really, really well. I don't tend to journal in that way. I tend to write out my journaling and then stick it on separately, but whatever works for you. So once I had stuck on all my ephemeras, this layout is basically already finished because there's so much going on with the bright, colourful paper and then to have the 3 photos, I'm basically done. So I'm just adding on some finishing touches. I felt like this green was just lacking a little bit of something, especially with that black background paper being so striking. So I'm just going around the green in a black pen. Doing this first would have definitely been easier, but it totally works. I also could have stitched that. I do love the idea of stitching that. And then I possibly would have stitched around the spotty paper as well. But I decided against drawing that and just sticking with the drawn border around the green. I'm popping on some black and gold splatters just to sort of pop off the black paper mostly more than everything else because it's Heidi Swap Colour Shine and Jen Hatfield's. It just like shimmers and radiates off that black paper and just looks smashing. So I definitely wanted to include that. And then decided last minute to throw on a few of the enamel dots because they just work so well. The colours just pop. And I thought, why not go with that circular theme a little bit more and pop on a few more of those. That finishes up this layout and I am so happy with how bright and colourful and fun it is. That black background paper and the small border of black around the pattern paper just pushes that bright colour straight off the page. It is quite in your face, but in a good way. I love it. Cannot wait to see you guys again later this month and hopefully you join me on my next layout. Bye everybody.